I am Corinthia Williams. For those who might not know who I am, you might just stumbled across this page. I am Corinthia Williams, your self-love coach. I am also a transformational coach, but this season, I'm your self-love coach, helping you to dive in a little deeper with your self-love, with you going on this journey. I'm going to help and assist you on this journey. So we're doing 12 days of self-loveness, right? So for the first 12 days of December, I've been giving you information, right? I've been coming live. I've been sending self-care videos to you. And I've also created the self-love quiz. And what that is, the self-love quiz is a series of questions, right? A series of questions that I need you to answer honestly, as honest as you possibly can, because honestly, there's no right or wrong answers, okay? And so when you answer these questions, this will help measure your self-love for yourself, right? So it's going to be some personal questions there that I want you to answer honestly and see where you add up with your self-love journey. So you could be a guru. You could be doing this thing for real, right? You could be a beginner, which is nothing wrong with that. You could even be a novice. You starting to do a little something for yourself, but you haven't really dived into it. So that's what the self-love quiz is all about. It's totally free. On TikTok, you can go to my link right above, in my profile and get the downloadable link from there. Facebook, you guys got it right here above this video. And so what's today's topic? Today's topic is all about gratitude. So some of y'all might not know who I am. On TikTok, I'm fairly new to TikTok. Just started. I think this might be my third live or what have you, but I'm a person that went through bouts of depression. I went through anxiety. I went through a whole lot, right? A whole lot. And I can say just about all of us had some type of trauma that happened to us throughout our childhood, adulthood, or what have you. But I started really focusing on my self-love journey around 2018, 2019. And during this time, I hit a brick wall. Right? So many times as adults, we hit brick walls and we try our best to slam right through it. We try our best to get through it because we know that we got bills to pay. We got responsibilities. Nobody want to hear what we have to say. Nobody cares, right? That's what we think inside of our heads. Nobody cares how I really feel. I'm going through this trauma, but I don't want to share it with nobody. I'm going through this pain and this depression and these anxiety attacks, but I really don't want to tell nobody because I got to be strong for everybody else, right? So many of us, and even if you're watching this on a replay on Facebook, guess what? You can interact in the comments. But so many of us go through our own living hells because we have to be strong for everybody else. Even though you're torn up on the inside, you feel depleted, you feel like you don't know which way is up, you feel like you don't know where your next move is going to take you. You don't know if you're even going to make it out the bed. But you struggle and you press your way and you keep hitting that brick wall and hitting that brick wall and hitting that brick wall, believing that you're going to one day change this thing. You putting on that face, queens. Come on, ladies. We put on that makeup, get our hair done, get those nails done, look our best. Gentlemen that may be watching, look, you do the same thing. You get up, you get yourself together, and you look our best. Gentlemen that may be watching, look, you do the same thing. You get up, you get yourself together, and you feel like you have to be strong for everybody else, right? And so I was that woman. I was that person. I'm a mom. Number one, we got to take care of them babies, right? I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I'm a business owner. At that time, I had my own child care business, so I'm taking care of other people's babies. Responsibilities on responsibilities. Taking care of everybody else but myself. When it came down to me, I put myself on that back burner. When it came down to me, I said, you know what, I'll do it later. When it came down to me, I didn't give myself anything because I was depleted, giving everybody everything. Let me say that one more time. Come on. I didn't have enough to give myself anything because I was depleted. because I gave everybody everything. I gave all of myself away. I did it. I did it. You know what I'm saying? You did it. You put it all on the line. You put it all on the table. You gave it your all. You gave your job your all. You gave your family your all, your kids your all, your parents your all. You give everybody your all. Even when you're in the bed, your phone ring, you pick it up and give your all because somebody else is going through something. See, we got to reprogram our minds. Right? We got to reprogram our minds because we are told to treat everybody with kindness and love on everybody and do for others. And as you do unto others, the same would be done unto you, and do all of these things. But you can't really give your very best. Think about it. When you were giving, and if you're still in this position and you give and you give and you give, you're not giving your very best. You're only giving out of an empty cup. Because you're not allowing yourself to refill. You're not allowing yourself to recharge. You're not allowing yourself to pour back into your cup so you can give the best of you. So for so many years in my mind, I was giving my kids the less of me. The less of me, the tired me. Come on. The tired me. The depressed me. The anxious me. The me that was angry and frustrated. I was giving that to my family. I was giving that to my husband. I was giving that to my business because I was so overwhelmed. And if anybody asks you, how are you? Are you okay? I'm good. I'm okay. That's what we say. We mask the pain. We mask the hurt, right? We mask it. We act like it doesn't exist. We act like we got it all together. We look good on the outside, right? We look good on the outside. But when we pull back those layers of the depression, of the pain, of the frustration, of the feeling of overwhelmed, the feeling of being afraid, fearful, when you start pulling back those layers, guess what? You're not okay. And then when I came to that place where I'm not okay, right? I'm not okay. I don't like feeling like this. I don't like getting the results I have. I'm tired. I'm emotionally eating. Come on, can we be 100 with one another on this beautiful Monday morning? Come on, tap the screens on TikTok. Is that what you say over here? Tap the screen? Okay, tap the screen. Do what y'all do over here. Y'all know better than I do. I'm new to TikTok. But on Facebook, I want you to tap the screen and talk back to me. Right? And so I was depleted. I was giving everybody all of me. And when it came down to me, I had nothing left. I had nothing left. I had nothing left. I gave and I gave and I gave. And I said, you know what? I'm tired of giving from an empty cup. So guess what? I had to start this journey called self-love, right? I had to start this journey called me. I had to focus on who I was. I had to realize who I was, what I wanted for me, who I desired to be, who God created me to be, who I want to show up as. See, a lot of times we've been dictated so long to who you are, what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to look, how you're supposed to feel, right? You know, back in my day, I'm 47 years old. I know I look good or whatever. But yeah, I'm 47 years old. So just imagine when I was growing up, you had two choices. After high school, you go to college, you get a good job, right? Your desire was to have kids and get married, right? So I was told I had this thing embedded in my brain of who I supposed to be, what my life's supposed to look like. I had desires growing up. I had desires to be a designer, a fashion designer. Right? I had my little notebook and my colored pencils, and I was always drawing something. I had a passion for that. That was my thing, and I'd be so proud to show my pictures. Oh, that's nice. That's cute. You know, show your pictures to the adults, and everybody was like, oh, that's nice. That's cute. What have you? Right? But then that one conversation with somebody that helped raise me, one of my caregivers, she was like, well, that's a little risky. You really don't make no money doing that, right? You need to think of something more stable, for your future. And so, boom, just like that, that balloon deflated, right? And I went to college to be an accountant just because I was good at numbers. I wasn't happy. I wasn't fulfilled. That dream went out the door, right? And as adults, that's what we do. Those dreams, those wants, those desires, those things that we think about and desired when we were kids. That's why in the Bible it said have childlike faith, right? And I don't know if you're a believer of Christ. I'm just using references. But when it say have childlike faith, that's that imagination, that faith enough to believe something you don't even see, that you can't see with your physical eye. But guess what? It's there to you, right? And so those dreams and desires that I had for myself, that went away. And I entered into that workforce and did all these things. I worked at banks. I did all these things. But in my mind, I didn't know that I was being programmed to live someone else's life. Maybe she told me that because she had a dream once before and it didn't go quite how she wanted it. And somebody told her, you know what, you need to go to school and get a job. You need to get married, have some kids, right? I saw happy relationships. I saw husbands cheating on wives. That's the type of environment I grew up in, right? So as a young adult, I had to I was programmed to live a certain way. Not to put myself first. Not to put myself first. Not to put myself first. Right? Taught to treat other people kind of better than you treat yourself. And then I got hooked up with the church thing and all that stuff. And so I was programmed to the point where I was becoming unwired. To be honest, I was becoming unwired because I knew deep down inside I wanted more for myself. I didn't like the life I was living. Not saying I was living a bad life, right? I was living the life of somebody's dream, but it just wasn't my dream. I wasn't happy with myself. And when you're not happy with yourself, guess what? Once again, you cannot show up as your best version. And so as I started my self-love journey, I started unpeeling that onion, right? I started unpeeling that onion. And it took me all the way back to childhood, right? And that's what happens when you do this. Some people call it shadow work. Some people call it self-love journey, healing, what have you. Whatever you call it, it's working on you. And that's what you have to do when you realize, you know what, I'm tired of being tired. That aha moment, that moment when it just clicks for you and you say, you know what, you look around and you like, this not even the life I thought I was going to have. This isn't even how I want to be. This isn't how I physically want to look. That's when you can start your process. So if anybody is at that place, right, and you know that you spend more time helping everybody else, you put yourself last. You take care of everybody else's needs and put your own needs last. You don't do anything for yourself. You don't buy yourself nothing nice. If you're that person, right, a self-love journey is something you might want to tap into. Right? Because it worked for me. It helped me identify areas in my life that I wasn't happy. That I didn't know my true wants and desire. I wasn't a thing called life on my own. I was programmed to do life the way somebody told me to do life. And believe it or not, they were issues. They were probably having their own battles within them, right? And so once I started my self-love journey, that's when I was able to look at life differently and show up for me, right? Show up for me, being intentional of what I want, what I didn't want, learning to set healthy boundaries and saying no, right? A lot of times when we don't have that self-love journey and we're not confident in who we are and we really don't know who we are, we have that yes syndrome, right? We say yes to everything. When you really don't feel like it, when you really don't want to, when you really don't even know how to, you'll still say yes. So I had to learn to say no. I was living in my no season. I was living in that season of no, I can't do it. What they say, that TikTok, that viral TikTok, she said, can you take a picture? Get somebody else to do it. That's how I was a couple of years ago. Get somebody else to do it. To the point of me leaving church. I left my church at the time. I was always going to church trying to find myself. Right? That's what we do. We want to go to church, try to find ourselves, trying to find higher purpose and the power and the mission. Why am I here? You know, you ask yourself all these questions until the point where the churches that I was going to wasn't able to answer my questions about me. I had to remove myself from that place of being programmed and get to a place where I can actually listen to my own thoughts, right? Listen to who I was. Listening to what makes me tick, what makes me happy. Putting me first, right? I had to learn to put me first. So that's what this whole 12 days of self-love is all about. Let me regroup. My name is Corinthia Williams, your self-love coach, and that's what I teach, self-love. I center around women. I help women transform their lives, mind, body, and soul. And I do it in a sense of what I've been through. Because I truly believe we are our sisters. We are our brothers. We are one. Everybody have life experiences where they can connect with other people, right? We might didn't go through the same identical thing, but we all been through something. And what I've been through and what I've learned throughout my process is to tell my story. Allow somebody to hear my story, because that might turn on something in their brain saying, you know what? I understand what you're saying. And you know what? I see myself in that, right? Because a lot of times we go through these things thinking we're all alone. Thinking there's no one there to understand, no one else been through what you've been through. I've been through hell and back again, and back to hell and back again. I've been through so many different things in my life, but I believe that by me telling my story and sharing and giving tools and giving techniques and giving my experience, and also with the experiences that I've learned throughout the years, I'm a certified life and happiness coach. So I do have a certification to do this. But I also believe that that certification comes with life experiences as well. And so I share those experiences with you guys, and I tell my stories in such a way that can help you want to transform, right? So listen, like I said, today is day 5. Today is day 5 of the 12 days of self-love-ness that I made up. And today's the topic for today is gratitude. And this is part of my journey, and I like to teach this to the ladies in the Queens tribe. So on TikTok, go to my bio and click that link. I got the self-love quiz there that you can download for free. I got the link to the Queens tribe. The Queens tribe is a private Facebook community where I help. Right now we got like 115 queens there that I help and lead them on their self-love journey as well. It's totally free to be a part of that. I have links to my 30 Days to Greater Self-Love ebook. If you're ready to enhance your self-love journey or you need tips on how to start, the ebook will be great for you as well. So I got a podcast there. Today actually dropped a new podcast about how to stay focused, right? And so it's some stuff there at my link. Get familiar with that and stay connected. So like I said, today is about gratitude. And in my journey of becoming a better version of myself, I learned that, you know what? I'm not that bad off, right? Sometimes we go through life and we have hard times and we hit that wall, right? Remember I said you be hitting that wall and hitting that wall. But sometimes we hit that wall and we so distracted about the bad, right? We distracted about what we don't have. We get distracted about the bills, the college tuitions, the jobs, the money coming in. We get distracted about life things that we overlook the things that we do have. We overlook that the life experiences that taught us how to be a better version of ourselves. We forget about the people that were sent to us just to sow a seed, right? And it's not always a financial seed, but it could be just a word of wisdom. It could be somebody you came across here on TikTok or Facebook and gave you some encouragement, right? So on today, I want you to think about the things that you are grateful for. I know Thanksgiving just passed and we probably went around your table talking about all the things that you're grateful for. But in this session, I want you to think about everything that you are grateful for. I like to do meditation. I do prayer and meditation once again in the Queen's Tribe every Sunday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I just like to sit with my thoughts. Sit with my thoughts. And I like to write down, I call it a gratitude list. And I just list everything, anything that comes to mind, anything that comes to mind. It could be a childhood friend. It could be a first grade teacher that poured into you. It could be a neighbor from your past. It could be anything. Somebody or any situation that blessed you and that helped you along your journey. Because once again, when we're on this self-love journey, when we're on a journey of becoming a better version of ourselves, we tend to believe that, you know what, I'm all by myself. But all along in the process of being who you are and becoming who you are today, there were nuggets placed along that path. There were people placed along that path to help you along. It wasn't all bad. I'm here to tell you, it wasn't all bad. Yeah, you didn't get the things you thought you should have gotten. Maybe you got some hard nut lives. Maybe you got some lumps and bruises from the situations you had to go through. I understand, so did I. Right? I know, I didn't always look this cute. Okay? I've been through some stuff as well. I cried my tears. I fought. I've been through some things, and unfortunately a lot of us have. But I can tell you one thing. All of it wasn't bad. And so the purpose of creating a journal post or writing in a journal or putting on your phone of a gratitude list is to remind you that there are good things that came out of your journey. Because unfortunately, when we're going through life, the highlighted moments are mostly the bad ones. Right? And so when I was going through my depression and anxiety, I would journal. And these are some things and techniques that I did to help me get through it. Just writing down everything I was grateful for. Just writing down everything. I mean, I tell you, I went back to childhood. Okay? I went back to childhood because the thoughts, when I intentionally sat there and got my mind together and started to intentionally focus on the good things in life, it started flowing. And when I started to do that, and when I went back to read what I wrote, right, I reflected on what I was writing, it made me feel more comfortable and comfort. It made me feel at peace. It made me feel better, right? So writing a gratitude list can help you calm yourself. So on today, y'all, I need you to write a gratitude list. Start writing a gratitude list and see how life has been treating you. Welcome in those good things. Welcome in those memories of your childhood or experiences through adulthood. Welcome in those positive things, because honestly, truly, the life that we live in, the times that we live in, we get bogged down with so much negative information from social media, from TV, from one another, from our own life experiences. We get bogged down with so much negativity. On today, for Self-Love Miss Day 5, I want you to write out all of the things that you are grateful for. All of the people, write their names down. Even if you don't know their names. My next door neighbor when I was 5, whatever it was. And have that mental flashback of that situation. And watch your spirits be lifted. Watch you feel more comfort. You feel more at ease. Watch that anxiety kind of go down, right? That anxiety, go down. That level of anxiety to go down. Why'd you even put a smile on your face and say, wow, I remember that. Oh my goodness. And you might have experienced it with someone else that you can pick up the phone and call them and bring joy to them as well. Right? All right. So listen, that is today. Today is day 5 of Self-Love-Miss, where we're doing 12 days of self-love, okay? Remember to download your free self-love quiz to see where you are in your self-love journey. And after you do that, you can actually download the 30 Days to Greater Self-Love ebook to help you get started or to enhance your self-love journey wherever you are on that process, okay? The link for TikTok is right in my bio, and for Facebook is right above this video, okay? So guys, be blessed. Be blessed. Have a wonderful day. Know that I love you, but God loves you more. And I'm going to see each of you at the top because there's no more room at the bottom. Stay connected to my page. If you got anything from this, make sure you tag a friend here on Facebook, share it on your page as well. Also, I will be live again at 12 noon Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. 12 noon Eastern time, okay, on Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. All right, so y'all be blessed. Have a marvelous day. Remember to do something for you today. Write that gratitude list. Write that gratitude list today, and watch you feel more comfort, and that anxiety will slow down a little bit, okay? So get happy about it. Do something for you. And I will see you guys on this Wednesday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Peace. I got to figure out how to end this. There we go.